Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned with us. We are celebrating 30 years of courts in Belize, and they have invited us into their home, such a lovely space, to say thank you for your loyalty, for your commitment to course and this company. You've seen us on the couch that we're back on. You've seen us some of the kitchen appliances on display, the stove, and other wonderful products that I'm sure that has piqued your interest. And right now, what we're going to talk about is Quartz Ready Finance and its benefits. And we're joined to have that conversation, Mr. Kelson Tillett, who's an underwriting supervisor at Unicomer Belize. Mr. Tillett, good morning.
Morning, Belize.
Thank you for inviting us into your home. Somebody said earlier you have the home court advantage this morning because usually when we speak with you, you're on our set, you're in our house. So thank you so much for inviting us.
It's a pleasure to have you, and it's a pleasure to have you guys, the Belizean viewers, here within our store as well. And 30 years to court, we're celebrating 30 years, and we're looking forward to 30 years more with Ready Financing, which I'm going to speak about with you guys today. And many of you may have that question: what is our Ready Finance brand? And it's simply credit. Well, Ready Finance, we are trying to finance you and your home and your future. And we have simple requirements and reasons why people should get our Ready Finance, which is purchasing these items on credit. Basic requirements for getting your accounts on credit is a social security or passport. You got your utility bill, your 2 references, and a job letter or a pay slip, and you're ready to get your Ready Finance. And a lot of people I want to talk about stress that some people are simply afraid to get it on credit. They don't trust the long process because maybe what if something happens. And I would like to stress our benefits, guys. Invest in your future. This is for all residents of Belize. Invest in the things that you need and simply want without any cash up front. And the benefits that I stress coming with this, especially for the young people trying to make a move coming out of their homes, for people that just simply need their appliances, maybe their washing machine, their stove, they need a new one, and they cannot save quickly. Why not get it on credit? Why not get it Ready Finance from us, and you could enjoy this now, whereby you're saving for 6 months, 8 months, trying to purchase that cash when you could enjoy this now. And we're the only store retail company within the region that provides these payment protection plans when it comes to getting your stuff on credit. Whereby in the event of burglary, hospitalization, disablement, fires, floods, natural disasters, whether you've been hospitalized, we assist you with these payments, and that's the protection that you guys get simply as you purchase credit, whereby it's from 3 months to 48 months. You have that flexibility. You choose how much you want to pay for the month. You choose if you want to pay weekly. You choose if you want to pay us every day, as long as you cover that payment for the month. You choose your due dates. You choose how your flexibility and the account from 3 to 48, how much you could afford. It's your preference.
You talked about assisting with the payments, and I want you to clarify that a bit. In the event somebody faces an emergency or a life situation, life happens, and sometimes life happens to you, and it's like, man, I'm not sure if I could meet my payment this month, for example. How does court step in to ease that burden while you still get for use the washing machine and dryer that you obviously need?
So I could run you through the steps whereby a lot of recently asked questions. How do I qualify for this payment protection plan? Like I was mentioning, you get your stuff on credit, whereby it's from that 3 to 48 months, you automatically qualify for a payment protection plan. How do you claim that benefit? So in the event of hospitalization, whether it was from an accident or something that happened to you, life happens, maybe you got in an accident and you went into the hospital and you were hospitalized. Simply you were hospitalized, you were in there for a couple of days, and you come out and maybe you had to get that relief from work. They have a lot of people here that has to work to get their money, maybe not covered, they get paid by the hour they need. you could visit any of the court store to come and claim that payment protection plan, whereby you visit our credit departments. We have our credit departments countrywide. You visit, you have an interview with one of the credit officers, and you simply bring in your documentations. At that point, they will tell you everything you need to know. It's a really friendly process, and when you bring in your hospitalization within 1 month, that kicks in, and you could get up to 3 months payment protection, you know, helping you, assisting you with that, with your payment protection plan. And if you're laid off from work, we could, or in the event of redundancy, some people like know it's hard to keep a job out here sometimes because, you know, turnaround time is great, so they don't want to get it on finance. We pay up to 12 months in the event of layoffs, trying to assist you in your payments while you want to go out there and get back that new job. So Courts is the only store that offer these protection plans.
So you could really leave the store after that conversation with
Correct.
that burden lifted off of your shoulder, like, man, I could figure this out with the time given or afforded or graciously
Correct.
given to me to figure this out while I go through this life situation. Who can qualify for Courts Ready Finance?
So that's a very important question. If you're a resident of Belize, some people think that, oh, I need to have this formal employment at one of these established locations. We have our self-informal that we try to push. We try, you work for yourself, you can invest in yourself as well and credit. You hold on to that cash if you're a business person and you know you need that liquid cash up front to invest in your business, to do other stuff. Come into Courts and you could invest in your business. You come in, like I said, you get to one of our CSRs and you have that one-on-one interview with them. We have a very rigorous process, a very friendly, easy process, whereby we try to interview you. You have your proof of your business. Once you're doing your business and you have that proof of business, we try to work with you to get your budget in, how much money you project to make, and it's an easy process, just like anyone that has you bring in those, and then you could qualify for the refinance. As well, for simple people that are formally employed as well, they are qualified for refinance. And being a resident of Belize, working 18 years old, of course. So for the young people, I stress, Courts want to be here for our next 30 years, like we've been 30 years before, and the young people is the future. And I want to speak from my personal experience. I was awfully young when I came into the employment, and I wanted to do a lot more for myself. You know, you want to get out of mom and dad's house, and you want to start to build your future. And a lot of young people are afraid or uncertain of their future, or don't want to make that big jump because they just started their career. They just start to make money. They don't have the financing to do all this stuff. I've had a customer whereby he's been waiting for 9 months, 8 or 9 months, trying to finance his apartment, trying to buy everything cash, wanted to move out of his parents' house, but couldn't because he wanted to save to try to get this. And he came in and was just trying to get one item, and he ended up left with his entire apartment furnished. And it was that same afraidness of trying to get that finance whereby he was unsure. He didn't think he had that of a stable job. There are young people who are very reasonable with themselves. I said, if I can't afford it, I can't afford it. But with this payment protection plan, he got that certainty that Courts protect me. Courts have me covered in the event that if I lose my job, I am protected. And so this is when we start to get a lot of young people coming in for getting appliances, help them to budget, help them to get that responsibility. We accept everyone with open arms.
Well, Carlson, excellent. I appreciate you focusing on the young people, emphasizing that. I think that's where the target market is going into the future. And so I want to thank you so much for having this conversation, giving us further insight and information, knowledge, in fact, on how to take advantage of Courts Ready Finance here at this branch and all the branches across the country. Thank you so much,
Thank
Mr.
you as
Tilly.
well.
Excellent. So with that, we're going to take a quick break. We have so much more to show, so much more conversations to have as we celebrate 30 years of Courts in Belize. You don't want to miss this show, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.